Dear students, please note down the PDF file of all these notes have been uploaded in the description of video lecture. Please download your notes. Dear students, in today's lecture we will discuss mechanism of respiration in frog Rana tigrina. In today's lecture we will discuss different modes of respiration in frog. The animal shows three modes of respiration. First mode is cutaneous respiration. In cutaneous respiration, skin is involved. It means first mode of respiration that takes place through skin. Second mode of respiration that involves buccopharyngeal lining. It occurs through the lining, the epithelium of buccopharyngeal cavity. And third mode of respiration, that is pulmonary respiration. It occurs through lung alveoli. Out of these, two are common. One is cutaneous and second is buccopharyngeal respiration. This mode of respiration occurs in normal respiration. Why? When metabolism is very high, more requirement of oxygen, at that time this pulmonary respiration takes place. Otherwise, this pulmonary respiration is less frequent. Dear students, in normal conditions, two modes of respiration which are common. First is cutaneous and second is buccopharyngeal. The less frequent mode of respiration, that is pulmonary through lungs. It occurs when more oxygen is required. Out of this, most important is, note down competition students, because this topic is very common for all competitive exams and BSc students. Out of these three, the most important mode of respiration is cutaneous. Dear students, through skin respiration, that is most important, as it fulfills all requirements of respiration. As the skin, the cutaneous respiration doesn't involve expenditure of energy. The skin is thin, the skin is moist, the skin of frog is highly vascular. It possesses enriched blood supply. And dear students, the skin provides large surface area for gaseous exchange. That's why it is most important mode of mechanism. As well as when the frog shows winter sleep, hibernation, at that time the only mode of respiration that occurs, that is cutaneous, the skin respiration. Note down all competition students. When the frog remains dormant, inactive in winter season, it means during hibernation, the animal shows only one mode of respiration, that is cutaneous, that is skin. It is most important mode of respiration out of these three modes of respiration. First of all, we will discuss cutaneous respiration, that is skin respiration. The skin in case of frog is ideal for gaseous exchange. Dear students, as skin is thin, skin is highly permeable for gases, and skin of frog is moist. Its outer surface that maintains a layer of water, mucus, fluid is there. In this fluid, in this water layer, the oxygen from atmospheric air, that oxygen gets dissolved in this fluid. As we know, PO2, it is partial pressure of oxygen, and this PO2 partial pressure of oxygen in atmospheric air is high. But PO2 partial pressure of oxygen in case of blood, that is less. It means the atmospheric oxygen that gets dissolved in this fluid, and from this fluid oxygen diffuses into the blood. And now down, in blood, due to high metabolism, more production of CO2, the PCO2. Dear students, note down, it is partial pressure of CO2. It means in blood the partial pressure of CO2 is high as compared to outside. It means this CO2 which is present in blood that gets diffused out in this fluid, and from this fluid the CO2 diffuses into atmosphere. Simple mechanism through gaseous exchange, and it occurs by simple diffusion method. The partial pressure of O2 that is high in atmospheric air, that O2 gets dissolved in this fluid, and from this fluid O2 diffuses in this blood. Partial pressure of CO2 in blood is high, and this CO2 is passed into this fluid which is present on body surface, and from this fluid CO2 diffuses out in atmosphere. Very important second mode of mechanism, and that respiration is buccopharyngeal respiration in frog. Dear students, this is buccopharyngeal cavity. It means buccal cavity as well as pharynx region. Both are merged into a cavity, and that common cavity is buccopharyngeal cavity. Its lining, and this lining is suitable for gaseous exchange, as this lining epithelium of this buccopharyngeal cavity. Dear students, it is thin, it is moist, and it is highly vascular and rich with blood supply. It means this buccopharyngeal lining epithelium is suitable for gaseous exchange, and in this buccopharyngeal respiration, following parts are involved. This one is a pair of external navies. These are a pair of external navies or nostrils which are present on this snout region. Through these external navies, air enters. And dear student, the second part of this buccopharyngeal respiration, that is nasal chamber. And these nasal chambers are a pair of chambers which are present in this nasal region of skull. And these nasal chambers open internally by a pair of internal navies. It means the nasal chambers open outside by a pair of external navies, and dear students, internally these nasal chambers open by a pair of internal navies, which lead into a large cavity, and this cavity is buccopharyngeal cavity. Fourth, the mechanism of buccopharyngeal respiration. This entire cavity gets lowered and raised. It means enlargement of this cavity and lowering of this cavity. Two sets of muscles are involved. Due to the activities of two sets of muscles, one set of muscles, that is pterygohyal muscles. These are expiratory muscles. Dear students, contraction of these pterygohyal muscles, this buccopharyngeal cavity gets lowered. As a result, pressure develops and the air removes out. But at the time of inspiration, this buccopharyngeal cavity gets enlarged. This time, this set of muscle, it is sternohyal muscle. These are the inspiratory muscles, and the contraction of these inspiratory muscles, this entire cavity gets enlarged. The pressure of buccopharyngeal cavity that gets reduced. As a result, fresh air enters in this cavity. Dear students, this is all about two modes of mechanism in case of Froehlich. One is cutaneous respiration, in which skin is involved, that is most important part of respiration. And the second common mode of respiration, which occurs in both conditions when Froehlich remains on land as well as the animal is partially immersed in water. At that time, this buccopharyngeal respiration takes place. But not down. This cutaneous respiration, it is most important, particularly when the animal is dormant. It remains in winter sleep, hibernation period, and at that time, skin, the only mode of respiration. The cutaneous respiration is most common. And in normal conditions, both methods, skin as well as buccopharyngeal mode of respiration, operate. And the third mechanism, that is pulmonary. In tomorrow's lecture, we will discuss third mode of respiration, pulmonary.